don't think there was ever a time that I can't remember having some enjoyment of play in games. At the youngest age, I saw that my parents and their friends and my grandparents and aunts and uncles would gather around the table. We'd all have a meal together, the kids go sit with the kids, but then we'd see the adults in there and the adults would be playing the adults games. And I was envious and curious. And the year, I think I was 12 or 13 when they let me join them for Pinochle was a huge deal for me. And it wasn't because they had the adult drinks there or other things, it was more because that kind of engagement was completely different. In grad school, it became sort of you need to not be doing work all the time, so you need to have some play. And if you didn't do it, and some people didn't, they would be burning out much faster than those who did. So meaningful play to me has been a life-evolving, changing meaning. And the most important thing is engaging with others and having that challenge. There's really no place like Spielbound anywhere else. There are people who do little bits here and there, and it's something truly unique to Omaha and the country. And we had to make it a place comfortable for others. And it seemed to me in doing the research for this that the place that most people seem comfortable with is in a cafe. There's positives to playing board games throughout your entire life, that this improves in education and learning at the youngest of ages, but it also postpones dementia and Alzheimer's disease in older ages. We're just figuring out why now. Everyone says, well, I do Sudoku on a regular basis, or I play Words with Friends, and so therefore I'm using my mind. That uses a lot of the same pathways. It may not be as much of your brain as you think you're using, because many people think that if it's difficult, or if it's something that's not done for work, but it's using some sort of mental state. I have to think about what words to use or what move to make. Therefore, it must be using my mind in a way that's challenging. But that's not necessarily the case. You can be trained to do one thing very well, and you'll always be good at that. But the plasticity comes when you're challenged with something new. Now, how can you take this and apply it to a new situation? In fact, that's one thing that I think a lot of people don't know about, is that when you're playing a board game, it's good to let everybody move their pieces. It's good for them to take physical touch, the tactile feel, and move on the board or do something with their hand-eye coordination, limited amount in the board game, because it's important for them to feel engaged with it. What I really like seeing are the families that come in and seeing them interact with their parents and siblings in ways that you may not see at home. At home, you have a lot of other distractions, whether it's pets, or usually it comes back to the TV or whatever handheld device that you can have around your hands. Like, yes, Mom, I've done that already. Thank you very much. So that's been great. It's great to see the families here having a great time. It's sort of been the place that you can go to, and you may not know anybody, but there's most people you can feel free to talk to and meet and make new friends over the games. This is the introverts hangout. Not only we have a place where people can come together and play games, but make it our mission to get more games and get education for the teachers out there so they could use it, so they could justify to the administrators to use it in the classroom, not just outside of the classroom. Games help in so many different ways. And the idea of meaningful play, and whether it be playing badminton in your backyard, playing the video games in your living room, to after dinner at the dining table playing a board game with the family, or well beyond that. I think it's good for people to get the full picture of why it's important. And if we can help out through the Kaneko, great, so be it. The Kaneko's got an amazing space, and if I could move my the board game library there and I knew it would be there, I would do that in an instant. But it'll happen for at least one good season.